Good afternoon. We practiced this yesterday. Come on. Do you want your diploma, yes or no? Yes. All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's better, but, well, maybe I'll let you by this time. I'm Pat Chase, Dean, on behalf of the faculty and staff of the WVU School of Pharmacy. I am pleased to welcome you, the class of 2010, and your loved ones to this very special occasion. I'd also like to recognize our special guests, Dr. Christopher Calenda, Chancellor of the Health Sciences Center, and Mr. Tom Menighan, Executive Vice President and CEO of the American Pharmacists Association. He's also chair of the School of Pharmacy Visiting Committee. Our university marshals, the guys with the poofy hats, are Dr. Charles Ponte and Joseph Ma. Families, I know this is a milestone in the life of your loved one. As a parent of 3 children, I'm well aware that we all want to take our own photos. So I want you to know we invite our guests to use the 2 special photography areas in the main hall commons that is specially designed for families. You can take your own group photographs with your graduate following the ceremony. The designated areas are near the entrance doors to the left and the right as you exit the building. Each year, the school has professional photographers take high-quality photographs of our graduates during the hooding and the diploma awarding process. You will see them around the stage today. The school will provide each graduate with 1 free 5x7 of their hooding photograph as a gift. Your graduates have also been provided with information regarding their ability to go online and to purchase additional prints. Thank you. Class of 2010, family and friends, please join me in welcoming Julie Hull for the invocation. Julie?
Thank you. Looks a lot bigger up here. Okay. Well, welcome again to West Virginia University's 141st graduation weekend. Very excited to welcome you to the School of Pharmacy's commencement ceremony. And we're celebrating our last day as student mountaineers today, and our first day as alumni and very soon to be full-fledged pharmacists and pharmaceutical scientists. I know my father's especially proud today on this day that was 8 years and 3 degrees in coming. I'm sure this has nothing to do with the fact I'll soon be moving all my stuff out of the house and taking over all my student loans. And I'd also like to point out, I had to do this because my brother's here today, achieved personal goal of being in school longer than him, just by 1 year, but I still beat him. So, that aside, before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to offer a few words of gratitude to our families, friends, loved ones, and faculty on behalf of the class of 2010. Thank you all for being here with us today to celebrate this major milestone in our lives. To our families and friends, thank you for your support and sticking by us for the last 4 years through both the stressful times and the good times. Thank you to the faculty and staff who dedicated their time and efforts to molding us into future pharmacists. Thank you also for being our mentors and giving us friendships that will last a lifetime. And thank you for the honor and privilege to practice pharmacy. It is my hope that we remember that today does not mark the end of our education, but rather our transition to self-directed and lifelong learning. May our paths be guided as we seek not only knowledge, but the wisdom to provide the safest and most effective care for our patients. May we always approach our patients with compassion and understanding and do what's right for them. May we also be firm but collaborative in our communication with other professionals. Most importantly, may we have the strength and courage to become leaders of and advocates for our profession. We'll serve as agents of change and should take advantage of opportunities to further our role as healthcare professionals. May we inspire, encourage, and guide the next generation of students to be even greater pharmacists than ourselves. To honor those who cannot be here with us today, let us pause for a moment of silence. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. First and foremost, congratulations to the class of 2010 Doctor of Pharmacy and PhD graduates. You have labored many long years and you have done fine work. We're here to honor you and wish you Godspeed on your life's journey. Today, we are here to celebrate your achievements, but as Julie said, we must also celebrate and thank your family, friends, and loved ones that were there to support, encourage, and yes, to put up with you over the course of the program. I've said that no one accomplishes much alone. While we are celebrating your accomplishments today, it is also a day when you must share your joy with the individuals who have helped you. Think about all the times you felt you couldn't make it. There was probably a special person or persons who were there for you. It could be a loved one, a spouse, a parent, a partner, a child, and/or a friend. So graduates, please stand and join me in thanking these very special people in your lives. Thank you. The faculty and staff here today share these same feelings. Indeed, the strength of our school lies in our faculty and staff. They've come to know you very well as they have shared this wonderful journey. Yes, they pushed you, supported you, tested you, and advised you. Wow, you know what that sounds like family, doesn't it? Well, indeed it does. One of the compliments we frequently receive is that the school does have a family atmosphere. We can truly say our faculty challenged you to become the best you can be, and they're very proud of the people you have become. It's a wonderful time for them as they are filled with joy and share this special day with you. This afternoon, we have many of our faculty seated on the stage. I would like to ask you to stand and be recognized by the graduates. Please stand. Thank you. I would also like to ask you to give special recognition to Dr. Joseph Ma. Dr. Ma has taught at WVU for the past 34 years. Dr. Ma, please stand. Dr. Ma will be retiring in June. We wish Dr. Ma and his beautiful wife, Jane, many years of health and happiness. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment and recognize someone who could not be with us today. Mr. Clark Ridgway, Assistant Dean of Student Services, is not able to attend because of a personal family issue. Class, please know that Mr. Ridgway is saddened that he can't be here because he'd love to be able to celebrate this wonderful day with you. But I know that he is also very proud of the professionals that you have become. So class of 2010, today you begin a new journey. You leave behind the comfort and safety of school. Today you take on a new responsibility to change the world. Wait, did Dean Chase say it's my responsibility to change the world? Yes, it is your number one job to make a difference in the entire world. Let me tell you about a study that was conducted at Stanford University a few years ago. If we could shrink the entire Earth's population to a little village of precisely 100 people, with all the existing human ratios remaining the same, it would look something like the following. 57 would be Asians, 21 would be Europeans, 14 from the Western Hemisphere, both North and South, and there would be 8 Africans. 52 would be female, 48 would be male, 70 would be non-white, 30 would be white, 70 would be non-Christian, 30 would be Christian. 94 out of these 100 people in the world, in your little village, would be heterosexual. 6 would be homosexual. 6 people would possess 59% of the entire world's wealth. 80 of the people would live in substandard housing. 70 would be unable to read. 50 would suffer from malnutrition. 1 would be near death. 1 would be newborn. And 1, yes, only 1, would have a college education. You have been afforded an opportunity to come to WVU by your ability, yes. But many others of comparable ability have been denied the opportunity for a college education because of the happenstance of being raised in poverty or lacking a loving home, which stress the value of higher education. So I say to you, you must make the most of this opportunity. With this opportunity comes a tremendous responsibility to make a difference in the lives of the other 99 people in this little village called the world. At WVU, you have developed your skills, you have found your best self, and have cultivated the ability not simply to make a living, but to make a life worth living. So begin with the end in mind. If you are like most graduates today, you can reasonably expect to work for 50 more years. Oh. So in 2060, wow, when you are sitting on your porch and reflecting on your career, my fervent wish for you is that your life will be a tapestry of accomplishments, and you are proud you accepted your responsibility to make a difference in the world. You have left a legacy. It is now my pleasure to introduce Chancellor Christopher Calenda, who will bring greetings on behalf of the Health Sciences Center Administration. Dr. Calenda was appointed Chancellor for Health Sciences in November of 2008. Before his appointment, he served as a Jean and Thomas McMullen Dean of the College of Medicine and Vice President for Clinical Affairs of Texas A&M Health Sciences Center. Chancellor Calenda earned his medical degree at the Medical College of Virginia Commonwealth University and a master's in public health from Johns Hopkins University. Please help me welcome Dr. Christopher Calenda.
Thank you, Dean Chase. It's a pleasure to be here on behalf of the Board of Governors and the faculty and the administration of the Health Science Center and West Virginia University. Congratulations. This is a terrific day. Now, you guys are pretty anemic when we asked you to stand up and acknowledge the support that you had from your family and friends. So you guys got to get up and whoop it up a little bit more. So please stand and congratulate your family and friends. All right, that's better. That's better. In Texas, I learned a simple greeting, and that was called howdy. And the response back from the audience was a rousing howdy. 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 Good. We got to get some energy in here. Now, you all are about to embark upon the journey of a lifetime, healthcare reform. And in healthcare reform, Multidisciplinary teams of professionals will be how we deliver healthcare services to patients across the lifespan. You, as pharmacists, will be intimately involved in the care and delivery of clinical care, assisting physicians, assisting nurses, assisting the entire team of health professionals in delivering the services that are going to be increasingly available to us. You're also going to be at the forefront of technology with new single molecule compounds that will be targeted to particular diseases, cancer, Alzheimer's disease, other degenerative neurologic diseases, cardiac diseases. And you're going to have to educate physicians, okay? Big smiles. Because when I was a real doc, I had clinical pharmacists on my team, and every day, every moment, they were a vital member of my professional team in terms of delivering healthcare services. So you will have an outstanding opportunity to make a solid impact on the healthcare delivery of all of us baby boomers who are getting older. Now, one of the things I would like to ask you to do is, the 60s and 70s weren't bad eras. Get to know the history of the 60s and 70s so that when you take care of me, I can at least say, do you remember the Doobie Brothers? Okay. One of the things that we have done this year is we have commissioned a medallion or a coin for you. And did you all receive it yet? Okay. Now, there's a tradition about this. How many in the audience have had military backgrounds? Okay. One of the things that has been a tradition in the military is for units to have coins that they were able to exchange with other units, but it was also a coin that would also identify them and promote unit cohesion in their life and in their day-to-day work. And in World War II, it was coins that were often used to identify friend from foe. Now this tradition has evolved over the years. Coins have become symbolic of a variety of activities among various units within the military. And having come from Texas A&M, which has had a very strong military background, the exchange of coins was very important. And so what we have done for you is we have commissioned a coin that celebrates the 50th anniversary of the Health Science Center. And we hope that you keep that. But more importantly, when you come back for your 50th anniversary, and you will come back for your 50th anniversary, or when you come back for your 10th or your 25th, please bring your coin. Because if a classmate asks you, do you have your coin, and you don't have the coin, you're going to have to buy the drinks. So, please enjoy today, celebrate your lives, please live transformed lives. You have been transformed by your training as pharmacists, your training in the rigors of basic science research. But if you live transformed lives, at the end of the day, you'll be able to say, I'm a proud WVU graduate. Thank you, and have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Chancellor Klenda. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Tom Menighan, our keynote speaker. Tom is the Executive Vice President and CEO of the American Pharmacists Association. Parents, you've probably heard your son or daughter mention APHA, ASP, which is the Academy of Student Pharmacists, or you've had them attend an APHA meeting. The American Pharmacists Association is a leader and creates leaders in the profession of pharmacy because it advocates for the profession and creates opportunities to raise awareness about the role of a pharmacist on a patient's healthcare team. We are extremely fortunate to have Tom Menighan here with us today. You could almost say that he's come full circle with the School of Pharmacy, as he is not only a member of our visiting committee, but he is also an alumnus. Class of 2010, family and friends, please join me in welcoming Mr. Tom Menighan.
Thank you, Dean Chase, Chancellor Kalenda, graduates, family, and friends for the privilege of being here today to share with you this moment and a few thoughts. You are Dean Chase's first class. I know you're first class, but you're also her first class. And I can tell you she feels a tremendous sense of pride in you. And I was on her selection committee 4 years ago when she was hired, and I can tell you I've just watched her enthusiasm grow year over year, and really you've been, to a large degree, the cause of that. Having been on her visiting committee since she was hired, I can honestly say your alumni colleagues share that pride with her. Together, you've invested over 8,000 hours in community service just this past year alone. That's awesome. I've realized that being here for an event like this charges me up much like plugging an electric car into the wall. Especially being a fellow mountaineer brings an extra charge. While I work in Washington, I'm sure, I am a West Virginian and a mountaineer. And I've always managed to keep one foot in this state my entire life. When I travel and meet new people, it's usually less than 5 minutes from meeting them that they know I'm from West Virginia, and they know about my wife, Bonnie, my daughter, Caroline, who WVU bachelor's and master's, and my nepson, Alex. Nepson's a made-up word. He might as well be my son, but he's my nephew. Immediately after that, they know I'm from West Virginia and a WVU grad, and I carry the gold and blue proudly. With the passage of healthcare reform in March of this year, as Chancellor Kalenda pointed out, and thanks to the unified effort of pharmacists, student pharmacists, your state and national organizations, the opportunities were dramatically expanded for pharmacists to play an enhanced role in a team sport we call healthcare. We are the ones in primary care who improve medication use and advance patient care. We do that by taking very complex information and simplifying it for our patients. Many patients don't even know they need us, but they will listen. As a senior marketer from Procter & Gamble, and Procter & Gamble does more consumer research worldwide than any other company in the world. As this senior marketer told me just 2 weeks ago, trust in pharmacists is rock solid worldwide, not just in the US, worldwide. As new practitioners, you'll be faced with many realities, such as a resistance to change, practice settings that focus more on dispensing than on care, evolving standards and practice models, and a soft economy. You may get discouraged. There will be winners and losers. You will have choices. I have the privilege to be here to share with you some good news today. You can do this. You're not strangers to change. You've watched the debate over healthcare reform the last 2 years, and you've no doubt experienced changes in your own curriculum that prepares you to join a pharmacy practice tomorrow. I know you say you're ready today, but take a day off, okay? We have a lot in common, you and I. As I'll share with you, I know a little something about change and about a willingness to invest in the future. So you may be thinking, who is this guy? I'm the guy the APHA elected Board of Trustees hired to lead APHA and to manage your National Professional Society. I work in service to you, and I consider myself one of your biggest cheerleaders. My first exposure to pharmacy was when I went there as a 5th grader to get chemicals to replenish my chemistry set. After working at Phillips Pharmacy in Sistersville, West Virginia from 7th grade through college, I spent 5 years learning about the business of practice with Thrift Drugstore before opening a medicine shop in Huntington with my wife. We learned shortly after opening that store in 1978 that she was pregnant, and then within a couple months of that she had a recurrence of an earlier tumor. She was treated at Duke University. The chemo that cured her was so rough that she became unable to sustain herself orally and was started on home total parenteral nutrition. which was at the time a very unique program. We fed her intravenously at home for 18 months and ultimately got her back on oral food. Jeannie lived over 20 years after that and saw her daughter get her BA and her master's degree from WVU. She passed away a few years ago. Her illness and her inspirational conquering of her disease taught me many things. Soon after we started her home TPN, I realized that others must need this service. My local hospital discharge planners learned of our experience and the possibilities, and soon I was receiving referrals. Together with 2 other partners, we founded a practice in Huntington that we still own together 28 years later. Today, after a life of volunteerism and ventures, I'm investing the rest of my life, the rest of my career, together with many good people in this audience and worldwide to advance our profession. Today, I'm asking you to join us. You are part of something bigger than your next job. There are many opportunities for you to learn and to make a difference. I'd like to think I'm a lifelong learner. Last year, soon after I took this job, I learned to latch my hotel room door. You see, I travel a lot, which means I often wake up in different hotels on successive nights. In Dallas last year, I woke up in the middle of the night, as I often do, and made my way in the dark through the door to the bathroom. The door closed behind me and I saw the light, the hallway light. That wasn't the bathroom door I had just locked. The fog cleared quickly and I assessed the situation. No key, no ID, and no cover. For the necessary trip down the hall to the elevator to the front desk, let's just say I found a great new use for the USA Today sports page. And I learned to latch the hotel room door, and I always do that. So I am a lifelong learner. Each year, APHA shops hotels in DC to get the best value for our visiting leadership and volunteers. On those evenings when events keep me in town late, I sometimes stay over instead of driving the 35 miles home to Annapolis. Last spring, I spent my first night in a new hotel, the Palomar in Arlington, right across the river from our building. It's a nice hotel that tries to be a little offbeat. And as I was checking out in the morning, I grabbed a cookie on the counter from the bowl. I bit into it, and immediately the taste broadened in my mouth. Hints of liver and grain brought the realization that I had just popped a dog biscuit into my mouth. It's clearly in a dog-friendly hotel. Not to look foolish, I finished it off. I admit it was a little dry and not really very sweet, but the second one wasn't too bad. Dr. Charlie Ponte made me realize a couple of years ago in his last lecture to faculty, staff, and alumni that we don't often remember the words we hear from speakers. Instead, we remember how he or she made us feel when we listen. Dr. Ponte was right. I do remember how his talk made me feel, and surprisingly, I remembered a few of his words. Hopefully, you'll remember a few. My goal today is that a few weeks or years from now, as you reflect on this day, you'll remember feeling that you made the right decision to join our profession. I hope you remember feeling that a commitment to service wouldn't be such a bad thing. I have a challenge for you. As you listen, consider where you are personally at this moment. Some of you may remember the concept of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Are you secure or scared? Self-actualizing or hungry? Can you accept facts and problem solve, or are you prone to complain? Regardless of where you are, we have one complainer in the audience. Regardless of what challenges you face, currently or in the future, try to set some goals based on principles that you really buy into. Seeing those goals can help you through tumultuous times. Now I'd like to share some insights I picked up a few years ago from a network news program that studied the characteristics of happy people. They found 7. Number one, a sense of optimism, the sort of feeling that the glass is half full. Number two, the need for lifelong learning. Stay connected with WVU, your peers and your associates and your associations. A belief in a higher being, regardless of your faith. Good relationships with friends, family, and colleagues. A sense of control over your lives. Leadership can contribute to this. A feeling of contributing to the greater good. And an understanding that while looking for other things, happiness happens. Now you'll notice none of those are about money. And yet I would challenge you to find in your own lives from day to day, if you're happy, chances are you're pretty well grounded in those 7 dimensions. And if you're not, one of them's probably out of whack. Now, as I describe the opportunities in your future, consider them in the context of where you are now, how characteristics change day to day, and where you want to be. Today, you're entering a profession where you'll never have to worry about making a living, so worry about making a difference. That profound view was given to my pharmacy class in 1971 from my first dean, R.O. Bachman. Today, you have the opportunity to make a difference in any practice setting as a service provider, not just a dispenser. While others defend turf, our star is rising. Remember, the view of pharmacists is rock solid worldwide. Take advantage of that trust and the confidence that your patients will follow your lead, and be thankful for your services. Healthcare reform will change the rules of engagement. There will be winners and losers. Which one will you be? As new care models emerge, remember that you don't need a title to lead. A few years ago, the Joint Commission of Pharmacy Practitioners created the 2015 vision for pharmacy practice. It reads, "Pharmacists will be the healthcare professionals responsible for providing patient care that ensures optimal therapeutic outcomes." There is a chasm today between common and exemplary practice that achieves this vision. You are the ones who can close the gap with your leadership and steadfast adherence to principles. Autonomy, authority, accountability, outcomes. These 4 words are the principles that focus and guide our work. My hope is that some of you will take this wonderful education you've received, thanks to this university, mentors, your family, and your own hard work, and make a difference every day in your patients' lives. In my travels, I've met senior officials for all the major pharmacist employers. While it may not be apparent to many of those practicing pharmacists, these organizations are making major investments in training and systems to scale up the provision of medication therapy management. You will be the ones leading that change. Understanding the business of pharmacy is essential, no matter what your role in practice. I promise at some point in your career, you'll have to prove your value and the return on the investment in your services. To do so, you must not only be excellent clinicians, but you must understand the business of pharmacy. Others will challenge the return on investment that the system makes in your services. Today, we have a story to tell that we didn't have a decade ago. We have the data. And you can be very proud of your profession as national leadership hung together throughout the debate on healthcare reform. I'm convinced that united and this unity, combined with good data and effective advocacy, is what got us the place in healthcare reform that we achieved. The story, as you are aware, is that when pharmacists are involved as coaches, patient therapy is more successful and outcomes are improved. Such outcomes for diabetics, for example, include more frequent foot and eye exams, improved diets, immunization rates, and A1C. Your National Professional Society and other organizations played an integral role in creating that story. So from where will your opportunities to lead come? In the next few years, we will experience community pharmacy accreditation, new risk evaluation and mitigation strategies, a shift in consumer images of pharmacists as we immunize the masses. We immunized millions of people last year. Over 100,000 pharmacists are trained to immunize. And consumers last year, for the first time in the H1N1 pandemic, saw pharmacists in a caregiving role much differently than they had in the past. New models for transitions of care will emerge, expansion of MTM as a standard of practice, growth in novel roles for patients, patient care, and pharmacogenomics. Opportunities abound. We have a leader at NIH today, Francis Collins, who believes that pharmacists can play an incredible new role in teaching patients about the information that we're gaining on their genetic makeup. Any one of the areas I just named could be a career focus. Be willing to take a risk on a new insight or experience. Use each experience to build on the next. In the words of that famous philosopher, George Carlin, creator of Wonderful Wino and the Hippy Dippy Weatherman, blast from the 60s and 70s that Chancellor Calenda referred to earlier, and to whom George Carlin, to whom I used to listen in Sistersville from my transistor radio at night on WLS in Chicago. Carlin said, "Start a path. No one seems willing to do this. We don't mind using existing paths, but we rarely start new ones. Do it today. Start a path even if it doesn't lead anywhere." You don't need a title to lead. You're now entering a profession where you'll never have to worry about making a living. So worry about making a difference. Today, I'm proud to be part of your Mountaineer family. And I'm proud to call you fellow pharmacists. Thank you for your commitment to our profession. Remember to latch the door. Good luck, and God bless each of you.
Thank you, Tom. Before you are seated, I'd like to present you with a little token of our appreciation for being here to celebrate with us. Since you are a Mountaineer, we thought it would be fitting to give you a Mountaineer to proudly display at APHA.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you. Now please welcome our soloist, Mary Joanna Grisso, in singing My Home Among the Hills.
Of
Thank you, Mary Joanna. Boy, I wish I had a voice. That's just beautiful. The PhD, or Doctor of Philosophy degree, is the highest degree awarded by universities. During the past year, 6 outstanding students earned this honor from the graduate program in Pharmaceutical and Pharmacological Sciences in the School of Pharmacy. Our graduates have begun careers in highly competitive research positions and in faculty positions. And we are delighted to have two of our graduates with us today to be recognized. I'd like to ask Dr. Ray Matsumoto to please come forward and introduce the graduates. Chancellor Kalenda will assist Dr. Matsumoto in the awarding of the diplomas.
The first graduate who has been able to join us today is Qingbao Tommy Huang. Dr. Huang is from Fujian, China, and his major advisor is Dr. Grashna Skalars. The title of his dissertation is Cytochrome P450 1A Ligand Interactions, Implications for Substrate Specificity and Inhibitor Susceptibility. Rahul Khanna. Dr. Khanna, come on. Dr. Khanna is from New Delhi, India, and his major advisor is Dr. Suresh Madhavan. The title of his dissertation is Burden of Care and Health-Related Quality of Life Among Caregivers of Children with Autism Spectrum Disorders. Dr. Khanna is currently an assistant professor at the University of Mississippi.
I'd like to ask Dr. Kalenda to confer the degree. I have your book right here.
Will the class of 2010 please rise? Candidates from the School of Pharmacy, your calling has prepared you for careers in a highly specialized and sophisticated field. Your discipline emphasizes a comprehensive knowledge of the application of rational therapeutics to the management of patients. You have combined academic and clinical practice that will enable you to provide innovative leadership in the future. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the degree to which you have been recommended, with all rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
You may be seated. The hooding and awarding of diplomas of our Doctor of Pharmacy graduates is the next part of our ceremony. The Doctor of Pharmacy, PharmD, is an advanced professional degree for pharmacists. The graduates have received an education that emphasizes a comprehensive knowledge base of diseases and the application of drug therapy to assure positive patient outcomes. With their Doctor of Pharmacy degree, graduates will be entering a profession that for almost 30 years has been cited as one of the most trusted professions in America. We have several graduates who have immediate family members who are pharmacy alum. We are pleased that these family members will assist in the hooding. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Mary Stamatakis, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs and Educational Innovation, who will explain the history of the academic regalia, the meaning of our honors, and read the names of the graduates. Dr. Kalenda will present the graduates with their diploma.
Before we begin the granting of degrees, we would like to give a bit of background to the dress of today's ceremony. The awarding of the academic doctoral hood has its origins in the European universities of the medieval period over 800 years ago. In those days, universities were in session during the winter months, when economic activity was at a relatively low level and students could be spared from the family business or farm to attend classes. The classes were usually held in unheated rooms. Teachers and students alike wore long gowns for the very practical purpose of keeping warm. Many of these gowns included a hood to provide warmth and protection to heads that were often shaved. At some schools, students would also drop coins into the hood of a professor who had just delivered an exceptional lecture, an added bonus for poorly paid faculty. Over time, the graduates began adorning their robes and hoods with distinctive markings and colors that would identify the discipline in which they were enrolled or signify the various guilds or professional societies in which they would soon become a member. Doctoral graduates today wear a gown trimmed down the front in velvet with 3 velvet chevrons or stripes on each sleeve in the color of their discipline. So too, the universities themselves developed a rich scheme of color identification. Still today, each college or university that grants a doctoral degree designs its own distinctive hood color and style. This is reflected in the variety of colors and styles of the gowns and hoods worn by our faculty that you may have noticed during the processional. Today, our pharmacy students are awarded an ornamental hood of olive green. This color is most appropriate, for it recognizes a profession whose roots stem from an era when most medicines were derived from the plant world. On the reverse side of the hood are the colors blue and gold, the colors of West Virginia University. Doctoral graduates also wear a soft head covering called a tam, to which is fastened a tassel, which is often in the color of their discipline. In addition, students who are members of certain honoraries wear shoulder cords signifying their achievement. The Rho Chi Academic Honorary Society has cords of royal purple and white. The Phi Lambda Sigma Leadership Honorary Society has cords of green and gold. Students who participate in the Honors College have cords of gold, and students with Latin honors have cords of blue and gold. We will also recognize those students who have achieved academic honors by announcing the appropriate Latin honor of cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude, as their name is called. And now for the awarding of the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy. Will the candidates in the first row, beginning with Mr. Abel, please rise and proceed to the entrance of the stage. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Gina Carbonero-Baugh, Clinical Assistant Professor, Dr. Betsy Ellswick, Clinical Associate Professor, Dr. Jonathan Klein, Clinical Assistant Professor, and Dr. Arthur Jacknowitz, Professor, who will assist in the hooding of candidates and presentation of awards. Dean Chase will hood the candidates, and Chancellor Kalenda will present their diplomas. To all the family and friends who have gathered here today, Graduation is a time of great joy and celebration. As your student's name is called and they receive their diploma, feel free to express that joy as you deem appropriate. Ryan Thomas Abel of Huntington, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. Assisting with his hooding is his brother, Dr. Eric Abel, West Virginia University School of Pharmacy, class of 2006. Ryan will be entering community practice in Ironton, Ohio. Zarin Rokaya Ahmed of Morgantown, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Beckley, West Virginia. Nathan Todd Angus of Cowan, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Summersville, West Virginia. Amanda Marie Bailey of Charleston, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. She will be entering hospital practice in Charleston, West Virginia. Erin Brittany Bailey of Baileysville, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. She will be entering a pharmacy practice residency at University of Utah Hospitals and Clinics in Salt Lake City, Utah. She is also the recipient of the Mylan Pharmaceuticals Excellence in Pharmacy Award. Ryan Andrew Bain of Wheeling, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Jessica Lynn B. of Weirton, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. She will be entering community practice in East Liverpool, Ohio. Eric Todd Beeson of Weston, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Jason Hans Blevins of Oak Hill, West Virginia. He will be entering community practice in Barbersville, West Virginia. Ashley Annette Bonanno of Johnstown, Pennsylvania, graduating cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Portage, Pennsylvania. Christopher Hill Border of Parkersburg, West Virginia. Assisting with his hooding is his father, Mr. Larry Border, West Virginia University School of Pharmacy, class of 1975. He will be entering community practice in Belpre, Ohio. Stuart Langer Bracken of Fayetteville, West Virginia. He will be entering community practice in the Raleigh County region. Hannah Brooke Chambers of Glenville, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. She will be entering a pharmacy practice residency at West Virginia University Hospitals in Morgantown, West Virginia. Stephen Michael Chambers of Vienna, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Elkins, West Virginia. Renee Louise Chieco of West Palm Beach, Florida, graduating cum laude. She will be entering a pharmacy practice residency with West Virginia University and Rite Aid in Morgantown, West Virginia. She is also the recipient of the Rural Health Student Award for Excellence in Providing Patient Care in the Rural Setting. David Michael Cole of Martins Ferry, Ohio. He will be entering community practice in Wheeling, West Virginia. John McCormick Crowley of Clarksburg, West Virginia. He will be entering a pharmacy practice residency at Valley Health of Shenandoah University in Winchester, Virginia. Marisa Renee Cunningham of Wheeling, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Wheeling, West Virginia. She is a recipient of the Dean's Outstanding Achievement Award, which recognizes students for their leadership. Amanda Marie DePasquale of Clarksburg, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. She will be entering practice in Nashville, Tennessee. Lisa Nicole Dofka of Wheeling, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. Her future practice plans are undecided at this time. John Francis Dolan II of Stonewood, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. His future practice plans are undecided at this time. Holly Jean Evans of Fairmont, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Buchanan, West Virginia. Will the row beginning with Ms. Grantham please rise and proceed to the stage? Rachel Jane Felker of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Charleston, West Virginia. Arwa Gabra of Princeton, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. Her future practice plans are undecided at this time. Jeffrey Stamford Gill of Fayetteville, West Virginia. He will be entering community practice in Raynell, West Virginia. Robin Kylie Marie Goff of Pullman, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. She intends to enter the public health service and is currently awaiting assignment. Rachel Louise Goodman of Bradford, Pennsylvania, graduating cum laude. Assisting with her hooding is her father, Mr. Art Goodman, University of Pittsburgh, class of 1975. She will be entering a pharmacy practice residency at Hammett Medical Center in Erie, Pennsylvania. Olivia Wheatley Grantham of Middleway, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. She intends to enter the Indian Health Service and is currently awaiting assignment. She is also a recipient of the Dean's Outstanding Achievement Award. Levi Clinton Hall of Pineville, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Pineville, West Virginia. Kenny Ray Hamrick III of Hacker Valley, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Webster Springs, West Virginia. He is also a recipient of the James K.J. Lim Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement. Chadwick Paul Hanna of Webster Springs, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Webster Springs, West Virginia. Daniel Lee Harrison, Jr. of Given, West Virginia. He will be entering community practice in southeastern Ohio. Lori Michelle Hill of Charleston, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Charlotte, North Carolina. Amanda Jo Hoover of Jane Lew, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Buchanan, West Virginia. Julie Suzanne Hull of Charleston, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. She will be entering a pharmacy practice residency at Huntington Veterans Affairs Medical Center in Huntington, West Virginia. She is also the recipient of the Teva Pharmaceuticals Outstanding Student Award. Jason Lee Kelly of Terra Alta, West Virginia. He will be entering community practice in Granville, West Virginia. Laurel Victoria Kessel of Moorfield, West Virginia. She will be entering community practice in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Jessica Elaine Krieger of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, graduating summa cum laude. She intends to enter the Indian Health Service and is currently awaiting assignment. She is also a recipient of the Dean's Outstanding Achievement Award. Leslie Nicole Legowski of Beckley, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Morgantown. Erica Renee Lakis of Charleston, West Virginia. She will be entering community practice in Morgantown, West Virginia. Todd William Lemley of Waynesburg, Pennsylvania, graduating cum laude. He will be entering community practice in northern West Virginia. He is also the recipient of the Dean's Volunteer Service Award for his service contributions to the community. Alexander David Lewis of Clarksburg, West Virginia. His future practice plans are undecided at this time. Ashley Brianne Lewis of Washington, Pennsylvania, graduating magna cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Akron, Ohio. Michael Kamau Mbagu of Baltimore, Maryland. He will be entering community practice in Baltimore. Thomas Joseph McCarthy II of Parkersburg, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. His future practice plans are undecided at this time. Jeremy Hayward McCourt of Webster Springs, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. He will be entering a pharmacy practice residency at Veterans Affairs Medical Center in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Julie Lynn McDougall of Vienna, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. Assisting with her hooding is her father, Mr. Barry McDougall, West Virginia University School of Pharmacy, class of 1980. Julie will be entering community practice in the Charleston area. Mark Anthony Medina of Bridgeport, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Tampa, Florida. Jenna Marie Morandi of Shinston, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. She will be entering a pharmacy practice residency at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. She is also a recipient of the Dean's Outstanding Achievement Award. Zachary Milan Matheny of Reedsville, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Kingwood, West Virginia, and is a recipient of the James K.J. Lim Academic Achievement Award. John Robert Miller of St. Albans, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. Yeah! He will be entering community practice in St. Albans, West Virginia. Valerie Renee Mold of Princeton, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. She will be entering hospital practice in Princeton, West Virginia. Michael Bougri Nazer of Greensboro, North Carolina. He will be entering community practice in Greensboro, North Carolina. Will the row beginning with Ms. Poorman please rise and proceed to the stage? Ryan Andrew Neptune of New Cumberland, West Virginia. He will be entering hospital practice in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Caitlin Nicole Newt of Magnolia, Delaware, graduating summa cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Annapolis, Maryland, and is a recipient of the James K.J. Lim Academic Achievement Award. Nicholas Brooks Payden of Payden City, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Moundsville, West Virginia. Jason Daniel Perdue of Fredericksburg, Virginia, graduating cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Joshua Dane Petrunger of Princeton, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Star City, West Virginia. Marissa K. Poorman of Ravenswood, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Parkersburg, West Virginia, and is the recipient of the Facts and Comparisons Award of Excellence in Clinical Communications. Courtney Blair Rappold of Beckley, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. Assisting with her hooding is her mother, Mrs. Brenda Rappold, West Virginia University School of Pharmacy, class of 1973. She will be entering a pharmacy practice residency at Clarksburg Veterans Affairs Medical Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Chelsea Catherine Rexroad of Glendale, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. Her future practice plans are undecided at this time. Tessa Lynn Reif of Charleston, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. Her future practice plans are undecided at this time. She is a recipient of the Dean's Outstanding Achievement Award. Sherry Lynn Sandor of Fairmont, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Fairmont, West Virginia. Brian Joseph Shellhouse of Morgantown, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Morgantown, West Virginia. James Edward Schultz of Charleston, West Virginia. He will be entering community practice in Charleston. Eric Allen Seabright of Fallensby, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. His future practice plans are undecided at this time. Carrie Elizabeth Seckler of Shepherdstown, West Virginia. She will be entering community practice in Charlestown, West Virginia. Kelsey Marie Slanina of Wheeling, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. Her future practice plans are undecided at this time. Heather Leeser Stocking of Fairmont, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. She will be entering a pharmacy practice residency at West Virginia University Hospitals in Morgantown, West Virginia. She is also a recipient of the James K.J. Lim Academic Achievement Award. Melissa Beth Surbaugh of Pinch, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Charleston, West Virginia. Stephanie Beth Taylor of Princeton, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Portland, Oregon. Julie Ann Thayer of Fairmont, West Virginia. She will be entering community practice in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Amanda Sue Theory of Sarver, Pennsylvania, graduating summa cum laude. Assisting with her hooding is her brother, Dr. Joshua Theory, West Virginia University School of Pharmacy, class of 2007. She will be entering community practice in the Martinsburg, West Virginia area. Daniel J. True of Warfordsburg, Pennsylvania, graduating summa cum laude. He will be entering the Public Health Service with the Bureau of Prisons in Cumberland, Maryland. He is also a recipient of the James K.J. Lim Academic Achievement Award. Cassandra May Vance of Beckley, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. She will be entering community practice in Cross Lanes, West Virginia. Joshua Mark Vestal of Raynell, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. He will be entering a pharmacy practice residency at Charleston Area Medical Center in Charleston, West Virginia. Melody Nicole Waggy of Franklin, West Virginia. She will be practicing pharmacy in the Franklin, West Virginia area. Jennifer Lynn Williams of Lewisburg, West Virginia. She will be entering community practice in Lewisburg, West Virginia. Bryant James Wilson of Weirton, West Virginia, graduating cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Weirton, West Virginia. Jessica Brooke Winter of Beckley, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. She will be entering a pharmacy practice residency at University Hospital Health Alliance of Greater Cincinnati in Cincinnati, Ohio. She is also a recipient of the Dean's Outstanding Achievement Award and a graduate of the WVU Honors College. Matthew Allen Riston of Oak Hill, West Virginia, graduating magna cum laude. He will be entering community practice in Beckley, West Virginia. Lindsay Renee Zetezelo of Weirton, West Virginia, graduating summa cum laude. She will be entering a pharmacy practice residency at WVU School of Pharmacy and Mylan Pharmaceuticals in Morgantown, West Virginia. She is also the recipient of the APHA Certificate of Recognition, an honor bestowed by her classmates. Ladies and gentlemen, the WVU School of Pharmacy proudly presents the candidates for the class of 2010.
There are some additional awards that I would like to present at this time. The Preceptor of the Year Award recognizes pharmacists who are committed to the experiential education of the WVU School of Pharmacy students by providing them with an outstanding learning experience during their last year. The award is chosen based entirely upon student evaluations. This year's recipient is Dr. Jude Zalowski. Dr. Zalowski, would you please come forward to accept your award? I think I slaughtered it, Jude. All right. Jude is Clinical Pharmacy Coordinator at Raleigh General Hospital and a 1999 alumnus of the WVU School of Pharmacy. Thank you, Jude, for your work and being a wonderful preceptor to our students. Each year, students from the class selects a faculty member for an outstanding teaching award. I would like to have the recipients of the teaching awards stand and be recognized as I read your names. Dr. Jan Rajanasakal, Professor, Department of Basic Pharmaceutical Sciences. Dr. Robert Griffith, Professor, Department of Basic Pharmaceutical Sciences. Dr. Tara Wetzel, Clinical Assistant Professor, Department of Clinical Pharmacy. And Dr. Jonathan Klein, Clinical Assistant Professor, Department of Clinical Pharmacy in the Eastern Division. A very important part of commencement is when graduates take the oath of a pharmacist. They will also receive a copy of the oath, which is provided by the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Betsy Ellswick, President of the West Virginia Pharmacists Association, and Dr. Christy Lucas, board member of the West Virginia Society of Health System Pharmacists. These outstanding practitioners will administer the oath.
Would you all please stand and raise your right hand? Y'all look so nice. Please repeat after me. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow,
I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns.
I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients.
I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me.
I will accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence.
I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct.
Just testing. I will embrace and advocate change that improves patient care.
I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists.
I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Thank you. Y'all may be seated. Thanks.
Thank you, Drs. Ellswick and Lucas. As a graduate of the WVU School of Pharmacy, you are eligible for membership into a very important organization, the Alumni Association. To welcome the class of 2010, it is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Elizabeth Keys, past president of the WVU School of Pharmacy Alumni Association. Following Ms. Keys' charge, Dr. Jessica Krieger, Jess, now you're officially Dr. Krieger, will present the response and farewell from the class of 2010.
On behalf of all of the graduates who have preceded you from the university, and most specifically this wonderful School of Pharmacy, I extend to each member of the class of 2010 congratulations and heartfelt best wishes. From this day forward, your names will be forever linked to West Virginia University. The quality of a university is known by its graduates and their graduates' reputation. When employers see that you are educated from West Virginia University and you excel in the workplace, it will only enhance this university's reputation and the value of your own degree. You will be this institution's best ambassadors. With that in mind, I offer you, the class of 2010, this charge. Work hard. Take risks and don't fear making mistakes. Put your education to work to improve society. Develop a global perspective and apply your efforts to creating a more peaceful and healthy world. Honor the sacrifices of those who came before you, and do all you can to mentor those that come behind you. Above all, never stop learning. Read, explore, travel, and expand your circle of friends and colleagues. As you build new friendships, take care to nurture those you've made here at West Virginia University. Maintain your connection with this university. Show your Mountaineer pride, not just on game day, but every day you walk into your pharmacy practice. Return to campus, visit these special places, and renew your acquaintances with your faculty and those that are still here in Morgantown. And finally, and what I would like to say is just as important, get involved in your profession. Welcome to the profession of pharmacy. Develop and nurture your love for the practice. Share with your patients and your healthcare colleagues how important you think it is to be a pharmacist. Join a professional association. Lend your time and talents to ensuring that our profession continues to be valued and relevant here in this state and throughout the country. Become an advocate, become an activist, demonstrate that your value is in this reformed healthcare system. It's easy to let others make the phone calls and write the letters, attend the meetings. I'd like to see you there at those important meetings. Let those who are making decisions about our healthcare in this country know that you care and that you can make a difference. Your responsibility is now for shaping the future. You are now part of an ancient profession with a very, very rich tradition. Our profession is now in your hands, and you have an obligation to lead. Under your seat, if you want to reach under your seats, is a book. And the book is titled On Being a Pharmacist. This is your gift today from myself and Tom Menighan. This book chronicles the stories of pharmacists throughout the country and throughout the world. They were submitted by pharmacists based on very poignant stories, things that happened to them every day in practice, how they were making a difference in the communities that they serve. I hope these stories help to inspire you. I hope these stories help you get through a rough day. I hope these stories help you understand how important what you're going to be doing in your career in the coming years. Please share your experiences with us. If you notice on the book plate, we have a Facebook fan page for this book. And as you embark on your careers and you begin to think about the impact that you're making in your communities, please share those stories with us, because there will be, I promise, many additional editions of this book. As I leave you today, consider the words of WVU faculty member Maurice Brooks. He wrote, and I quote, "Thus it is with those nurtured in Appalachia. They leave, but they look back, remembering pleasant things. The land that has claimed them and its ties will not be severed." I will add that something that I was told by our dear friend, Dr. Calvin Brister. He was a faculty member that was very close to me while I was here studying at WVU. He remarked to me on my graduation day, "Remember where you came from and the lessons you learned here. Nothing, my dear, really worth achieving is easy. Your pharmacy school journey was not easy, but it will prove to be very worthwhile." And you know, it really has. At West Virginia University School of Pharmacy, you will always have a home here in Morgantown, a home among the hills. Congratulations to each of you on this remarkable accomplishment. Godspeed.
sitting down and trying to figure out what I wanted to say to you all today might have been one of the most difficult tasks that I've faced while I've been in pharmacy school. I know that might sound rather ridiculous, considering all of the difficult personal and academic challenges that we've each faced on our journey to this point. But I mean, really, what do you say when you're asked to write a student response in farewell? Over the past few weeks, I've been racking my brains as to what one should say on such a momentous occasion. At first, I thought about saying something profound about how we're all about to enter a new and exciting phase in our lives. How we all will, through our practices, influence the lives of thousands of patients and make an impressive mark on the profession of pharmacy. You know, this is one small step for students, but one giant leap for the profession of pharmacy, but I figured that was a little too deep for me. So then I switched gears and I tried to think of something lighthearted and fun. And sadly, the first thing I could think of was that So Long Farewell song by the Von Trapp children in The Sound of Music. But lucky for all of you, I am not today's soloist. Seriously though, I sat down and I started thinking about our class as a whole. I may be biased, but I think our class is fantastically awesome. What other pharmacy class that has walked through the halls of the Health Sciences campus is as fun, close-knit, or as caring as our class? Over the past 4 years, we've come together as a class and have come to know and love one another. We've been there for each other through it all, from studying to exams, to class dinners, flag football, ugly sweater parties, and to the passing of family members and the welcoming of new ones into the world. When I was looking back and thinking about how quickly our time together over the past 4 years has come to an end, I couldn't help but think of how it all began. On our very first day of pharmacy school, we all met for the first time out in the woods near Cooper's Rock. And on that day, Dean Ridgway stood and read a class profile as an introduction to the new faces that we would soon come to know so well. So I thought it would be appropriate today, on our very last day of pharmacy school, to do the same and to read a short profile of the family that is now the class of 2010. Among our ranks of 82, we have 69 people from the state of West Virginia, 7 from Pennsylvania, and 1 from each Maryland, Ohio, Virginia, Washington, D.C., North Carolina, and Florida. And yes, Renee, we are all still jealous. We have 4 Amandas. We have 3 Jasons, 3 Johns, 3 Julies, and 3 Ryans. We have 2 Ashleys, 2 Erics, 2 Joshes, 2 Michaels, 2 Daniels, and 2 Rachels. We have a Brian and a Bryant. We have a Jess, a Jessie, and a Jessica. We have a Kelsey and a Chelsea. A Marisa, a Marissa, and a Melissa. A Sherry and a Carrie. And as for last names, we have 2 Baileys, a B and a Beeson, 2 Lewises, and 2 Chambers. And yet, with all the similarities and differences, we have all had one common goal: to earn the title Doctor of Pharmacy as an alumnus of the West Virginia University School of Pharmacy. Well, guys, we've done it. So in closing, to the graduates of the class of 2010, thank you for your kindness, your friendship, your strength, and your support. Good luck, and go out into the world and be amazing.
Thank you, Dr. Krieger. Class of 2010, for the past 4 years, we have traveled this journey together. You are my first class at WVU, and today I feel happy but sad that my class, yes, I will always call you my, is leaving. I hope that you will remember all the good times you had at school. You will also remember cramming for tests, worrying about your grades, rotations, and all those other things. But all those things brought you here today to graduation. I know that I, as well as the faculty here with me today, couldn't be prouder. I'm going to ask my class to start a new tradition at WVU. When you entered the school in 2006, you were the first class to have a white coat ceremony and to receive a white coat from someone who is welcoming you into the profession. I hope you remember that day and the wonderful ceremony that we had. Now for the favor. Each year, 80 new students enter the school. My request is that for each of the next 3 years, you donate one white coat, just one, to welcome a new student and to proudly write on your donation from the class of 2010. So class, it's been a great journey, and I know that we've had fun, and I hope you did today. I'd like to close this afternoon's ceremony by reading a little excerpt from my favorite poem. It is Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. These woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. You have many promises to keep, to your patients, to your profession, to the world, and to yourself. Congratulations, class of 2010. We look forward to your contributions as you do change the world. If everyone would please rise for the singing of our alma mater by Mary Joanna Grisso.